Hi everyone. Today I wanted to share with you a really cool idea for a Christmas ornament that you can make with your designer series paper. I have been playing with the Festive Farmhouse designer series paper, which is actually on special at the moment at 20% off in our year-end closeouts, and you'll find it on page 13 of your holiday catalogue. So a lot of these products, these beautiful products, are still available, and some of them are retiring, and some of them are up to 40% discounted at the moment. Make sure you jump onto my website and check out those bargains. This has been one of my favourite papers actually to play with. And I love that all of our designer series paper is double-sided. So these obviously offer two different patterns each time you punch out a circle. So this is actually a what we call a geodesic bauble, and it's a kind of a bit of a mathematical concept. I found the pattern on Pinterest on a Homemade Gifts Made Easy website that was on Pinterest, and the shape of this bauble is actually it consists of 20 circles that are folded in a special way. I'm going to show you how to do that, and it's called a icosahedron. So you can look that up. I think it's spelled ICOSAHEDRON. I think I've pronounced that correctly. So for those of you who are interested, you can look that up and find out how to make this geodesic bauble as a mathematical concept. I'm going to show you the artistic concept behind it, and the maths, I guess I'll leave that up to you to think about, but it's a really cool shape. So I'm going to pop this one aside, and I've actually already punched out of my designer series paper 20, well, not quite 20 circles, but I only need a couple to show you. So you're going to use, well, I've used the 1 3/4 circle inch punch. It really doesn't matter what size circle you use. Then what you're going to do is fold one of them. Now this will become your template. So I guess what I'm saying is you probably need to use 21 circles to create one of these. So in order to create your template, you're going to fold the circle in half one way, and then you're going to fold it in half directly perpendicular to that first fold the other way. Okay, so then what you've done is you've found the middle point of the circle, which is there. And then you're going to fold 3 times. So you're going to do one fold into the middle of the circle, and you're going to fold another fold directly into the middle, into the middle of the circle, like that. And then the third fold, you're going to fold into the middle of the circle as well. Actually, sorry, I've just lost my middle of my circle. There we go, that's it. Okay, so we're just going to slightly overlap here. There we go. That's better. So you just kind of want 3 even folds to make what is a equilateral triangle. So that's another mathematical concept. Sorry to throw that in there, but an equilateral triangle has 3 equal sides. And the reason you want to create this template is so that you don't have to fold each of your circles all that many times. So you don't need to find the middle point. All you're going to do is wrap your circle around the template each time. So you're going to create some little shapes like this that have those 3 flaps that go in, and pop them to the side each time. And when you have done 20 of these, you're going to start to group them together. So what I would suggest you do is do all 20 of them. So I'm just going to do 5 because I wanted to show you what the top and the bottom of my geodesic bauble looks like. So there's a top and a bottom, and then there's a middle part that you'll see in a second. So 3. This is kind of the part that you can do in front of the TV as you're watching all those great Christmas shows at the moment. It's actually very good therapy. All right, so here's my 5, and they've all been folded according to the template. So don't lose your template. You will need that for the rest of the bauble. So what you're going to do is grab your glue, and I've forgotten my glue. I knew there was something that I'd forget. Okay, here's my multi-purpose Tombow glue. And this is the best to use because it actually gives you a little bit of wriggle room when you're putting together your bauble. And you'll find that you'll need to do that. You'll need to move things around a little bit. So you can see as I'm kind of putting them together, remember we're working with triangles, we're actually going to be putting them together like this. And these little flaps here are what you're going to be putting your glue onto. So I'm just going to push that together like that. So you can see how this one comes together. And keep going around. Just about to the end of this glue. I hope you guys can see this. Yep. And the last one here. Now for the bottom, all you're going to do is glue that final piece together like that. Okay, so that's going to form this part of the bauble, and let me show you. That's what it looks like on the inside. So that will form this part of the bauble on that side. You can see that. On the top though, we actually want to have a little ribbon coming out so that we can hold or hang the bauble from the tree, or wherever we'd like to hang it. So what we're going to do before we stick that last part together is we're going to place the ribbon in. So this is some of the mixed satin ribbon, which is also discounted. I think it's 15% off, and it's that beautiful real red ribbon. What I've done with mine is I've just cut, how much? I don't know, about 20-25 centimeters of it. And I'm just going to put a knot in the bottom. Just a double knot like that, so that it stops the ribbon from sliding out the top of the bauble. And then I'm going to slide that in. So this is the inside and this is the outside. So on the inside you're going to have the knot, and I'll just hold it there, and then you just want to close these two pieces off like this using the glue, and just pinch that together until that dries. So that will become the top of our bauble. You want to set those two things to the side to dry. So that's actually used 10 of the circles so far. The rest of the other 10, you're going to actually put together like this. So once you've made your little triangle circles like this, you're actually going to place them together so that they form a long chain of the circles. And one point will go upwards and the other point will go downwards, so that you keep alternating them like that, and eventually you'll get a row of these. Now this one's dry. This is the one I prepared earlier. So I'm going to wrap it around and I'll show you exactly how to put it together, because we're actually going to form a ring with this one. And I'm just going to pop some glue on the side there, and the ring forms like this. Oops. Actually, is that right? Yes, that is right, I believe. There we go. It's going to hold that together. Just let it dry for a bit. So you can kind of see that shape coming together there. And then what we're going to do is adhere the top and the bottom and the top to this ring. So once that's dry and holding together, you want to just place it down. I'll pop my templates to the side for a minute. And I like to kind of sit it down so it's a little bit flat, and make these little flaps a bit more horizontal. And I'm going to pop some glue on each one of them, because remember I said there's a little bit of wriggle room with this glue. So if you are popping the bottom on first, you'll be able to kind of twist it around and just kind of adhere each one as it meets together in the right spot. So I'm going to start off with this one over here, and I'm just going to pinch it like that together. You'll feel it start to bond, and you might be able to get another one on there. So I'm just going to hold that there for a couple of seconds. Just make sure they're all straight, so you can slide it around until it's in the right spot. Each of those little flaps, it really helps to keep it horizontal each time. So you can see how I'm kind of sliding it into place like this. Yep, and it's grabbing, that's it. Okay, and then make sure these two are, okay, that one's not quite meeting there, so just want to hold that together and move that one slightly. Okay, so these little gaps here, you might just want to try and minimize those as much as possible. It's okay to be able to see through a little bit, but you just want it as straight as possible. Okay, so that becomes the bottom. It looks like a little cup shape now. That becomes the bottom of your bauble. So for the top, we're going to do exactly the same. This is the one with the ribbon that we popped in earlier. That should be dry. And you're just going to add the glue again to the top, and then hold these together. I'll do two at a time once again. So just once that's grabbing, you can move on to the next ones. There we go. Just holding them together until they're adhering in place. That's it. And then you have your bauble. Now I would set that aside to dry for about 5 minutes or so, just to make sure it's not going to fall apart. But you can make these with any of your papers, and yeah, any papers that you have left over lying around after you've made all your Christmas cards. Remember though that you can still get some of these gorgeous papers, and some of them are actually discounted at the moment, so you may want to replenish your stash before the end of the holiday season, so you can make heaps and heaps of these. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to check out my store for all of the inspiration that you'll need for Christmas, and I hope to bring you another video soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.